Usually the NBA Summer League gives us like one breakout player who gets a ton of temporary hype. But the 2026 Summer League? Yeah, it was entirely different. We didn't just get one breakout guy, we got two absolute titans. We're literally witnessing the kickoff of a legendary rivalry before these two even officially become NBA superstars. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why the entire basketball world is obsessively watching Darren Peterson and Cam Boozer. Two rising stars with two entirely different destinies. We're looking at radically distinct playstyles here. Two completely different ways to just dominate a basketball game. On one side, you've got Darren Peterson, who is an absolute scoring machine. And on the exact opposite side, you have Cam Boozer, a two-way monster who is just completely dialed into the mechanics of winning. So naturally, this raises a massive question. It's something that has NBA scouts and execs buzzing nonstop right now. Who is the real future face of the NBA? When today's veterans finally step down, is the next generation going to be defined by this unstoppable offensive force or by an unshakable fundamental anchor? Let's look at the evidence. Section 1, Darren Peterson, the offensive juggernaut. Okay, so Peterson didn't just show up to the Summer League. He completely took it over. I mean, we're talking about dropping 30 points, then 28 points, and then a massive 34 points night after night. He dominated the scoring columns like he was born for it. Every single night brought us this crazy new highlight reel of devastating pull-up jumpers, and every morning brought a brand new headline. His scoring package is, frankly, ridiculous for someone his age. He's got elite footwork, NBA-level shot creation, and true three-level scoring ability, all backed up by this killer instinct that you just can't teach. When you watch his tape, the comparisons jump right out at you. He plays like a young Bradley Beal. He moves with that same fluidity we see in Devin Booker, and he attacks the rim with the sheer ferocity of Anthony Edwards. And the craziest part? He is still getting better. Actually, one NBA scout summed up the consensus perfectly, saying, "He's not just talented, he's inevitable." He isn't just out there scoring empty, meaningless points, he's commanding the game. Even as a rookie, he's out there manipulating screens and just ruthlessly punishing mismatches. It's not normal rookie behavior, right? It's the behavior of a future All-NBA scorer. Section 2, Cam Boozer, the two-way titan. Now, if Peterson is the next scoring king, Boozer is the next franchise cornerstone. He's not flashy, he isn't loud, and he's definitely not chasing those viral highlight reel plays. He's chasing wins, period. Boozer just delivers a masterclass in two-way dominance. We're talking lockdown defense, elite rebounding, super smart playmaking, and incredibly efficient scoring. Whether he's blocking shots at the rim, seamlessly switching onto faster guards, or powering through heavy contact, the guy simply elevates everyone around him. Get a load of how one NBA coach described him. Cam Boozer is built for the NBA, built for pressure, built for winning. So while Peterson is shining with all this raw offensive talent, Boozer shines with a truly shocking level of maturity. He rotates on defense like he's a 10-year veteran and communicates like a seasoned locker room leader. That right there is the solid foundation you build championship teams upon. Section 3, 2 pass, 1 destiny. When you put these two on the court at the same time, you are looking at the two extreme poles of basketball perfection. On one side, you have Peterson, the unstoppable scorer. He is fire, he is chaos. On the other side, you've got Boozer, the two-way anchor and franchise stabilizer. He is stone, he is order. These are two completely different basketball philosophies, but both are just incredibly special. To really wrap our heads around why this matters so much, we have to look at the history of the league. Almost every great NBA era is defined by a rivalry, right? Back in the 80s, it was the ultimate contrast of Magic versus Bird. In the 2000s, it was the explosive scoring of Kobe versus the relentless fundamentals of Duncan. The 2010s gave us LeBron versus Durant. And now, the stage is perfectly set for Peterson versus Boozer. They're stepping directly into this historical lineage of greatness. Section 4. The rivalry begins. When they finally met head-to-head on the court, it did not feel like an exhibition game. It was a massive statement. Picture this. Peterson relentlessly attacking off the dribble to try and break the defense. Boozer flawlessly switches onto him and just locks him down on the perimeter. But Peterson, totally unfazed, rises up and hits a ridiculously tough contested jumper. Then, Boozer immediately takes the ball down the court and responds with an unstoppable power finish inside. It was just amazing to watch. Two young stars testing each other, pushing the absolute limits, and building this deep mutual respect.
Section 5. The future needs both.
We started this whole explainer by asking who the real future face of the NBA is. But honestly, the truth is, the league doesn't actually have to choose. Peterson is going to be the superstar that fans worship, the kid who can drop 30 on literally anyone, anytime, bringing those nightly highlights. Boozer, on the other hand, is the superstar coaches will trust, the player who impacts absolutely every single possession and just dominates the standings. The reality is, the NBA needs both of them. It's the synergy of this rivalry. It's the fire versus the stone, the unstoppable scorer pushing the immovable defender. That dynamic is exactly what is going to power the next era of basketball. They literally need each other to reach their absolute highest potential. Summer League was just the opening chapter of this incredible story. So as these two titans rise up the ranks, I want to leave you with something to think about. Whose path to greatness will ultimately define basketball's next decade? Will history remember this as the era of the bucket getter or the era of the two-way anchor? Keep a really close eye on both of them. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.